Masafu kuka. So akademu awo. Tuweka omusajja atebe tuyina the king himself. Mchintu cha rapu. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, hyping it up.
Yeah. Okay. Look. I like this one. Never stop, never once. Time to shake the devil up. We gotta level up. Like the TV show, you know how we bein'. When we come through, shout out to BTM. I gotta shout out to DJ. I hope he get enough money to refill an ATM. When I come through, I got them dancing from like 6 a.m. to like 8 p.m. This is freestyle off the top of the dome. You should know when it comes to being in my zone. Ain't nobody coming close on a microphone. And you know when I come through, I bust at night till dawn. Hey, you can even make me do a reverse. I still come and kill him like the blue on that t-shirt. I'm prophetic, and I said it. When I come through on a mic, I break the record. This is how we do it all day. When I come through on a mic, rep for KLA. Hey, we in the middle of the city. Hey, we getting busy. When I come through on a microphone, I gotta represent. You the test of the 10, you the one, you killing, overkill it, you like 10 murders in one. Being an entitled about go over, gotta skip a perfect 10. You know like 10 murders in one. I got a freestyle, shout out to the DJ. When I come through, I make them turn down the replay. This is how we do, I'm never sorry. Shout out to the whole Swanks clan with a Zowie. Hey, 10 over 10 when I come through, I gotta come through represent. Hey, it don't matter what instrumental they put me on. I gotta show the boys that I am the Don. And I do it for the girls too. I come through with a worldview. When I come to show them 1, 2. Hey, this is how we be. Big ups the vibes, Gobs are boss finally free. Look, shout out to all the dancers, kings and the queens when we come through on our mans, yo. Hey, and we show them the program, yo. I only do the rap, then I evolved. Then I had to kill every genre. And kill him with the triple entendre. Hey, this is how we do. When I come through on a mic, I just kill with the crew.
Rounds of applause. That is number one, number uno. That's when I say number one, number uno, number
Chell.
Number what?
Number Chell.
Number Chell. Vampuli the same. Vampuli kwanze. I mean, what?
People who come from the city, we say a round of applause for the rapper.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. The man himself. This is the definition of a Renaissance talented man.
Yeah.
You understand
I
what
like
I'm saying?
that. The Renaissance.
Yeah, that's what they call it, Renaissance. I've seen him. No, hear me out. I've seen him. The conswa. Akokali less. Kiri obugaba versatile. Obubuli less. Omuntu ngoyagala mula nga ddala gyakola alitegeera. Wala omuntu nga asobola okukola ebintu bingi naye nga buli kyakola takikola ku
bite zikubiddwa ziwulidde.
Naye ate waliwo omuntu nga akola bingi naye nga buli wakikola bukyakola akikola to the satisfaction of it. So that's what we call a Renaissance man. Better than a versatile person. You understand my point? That's what we have in the building tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Ruyonga representing Bunyoro.
Yes.
You will greet for me. I know what you're about to do.
Representing all the people from the land of the oil. Here he's come, and he comes from afar. This guy, I don't want to talk about. I just want you to hook up on his socials and look for Ruyonga.
Ruyonga music.
Ruyonga music. You will know what I say when I say he's a Renaissance man. Kubanga buli beat adikilinga. Maybe be hip hop, maybe low chidandali, maybe dancehall. He comes in it and he kills it the baddest way it could be. So that is him. So obadde yagala mbali yala tubuzeko ko katono nnyo mu lunyolo. Kwa abantu ambaluza. Nti sajja kwanza nasaba kulira Ruyonga 2000 around.
Actually, there is something chakolesa mu nyimba ze obo ulya intro. The son of Kabalega. And Kabalega, he was a great king.
Yeah, one of the greatest in Africa.
Of Bunyoro Chitara Kingdom.
Son of Kabalega. Babuzeko chi bantu kyali babulize gwena toseka myanja kunyiga
banyeta Ruyonga ntale ya Bunyoro n'ensi yona mwena abatito bakoto abampagiza mwena mwebale muno.
Man, you can imagine somebody speaking that good English. He's got now got dako.
ate lwaki musibire muti abanyoro kati mwebale kuba muri ha BTM Television Uganda. So ekiro kyaliyo kiri kyakana era tuketa you request TBT, yeah. So twina Ruyonga
no
twina Ruyonga omuzini weihanga.
Omuzini what?
Weihanga.
Omuzini weihanga.
Yes.
Now I want to know what there's a slight twist I see in Runyoro and Rutolo. What is that? Because it's as if is there any slight difference? Because
the words are always the
almost
same. Yeah, the speed, yes.
Maybe the way the tonation. Yeah. The tonation of the word.
Just like he said, entale ya Bunyoro, right? Kati abatolo bajagam entale ya Bunyoro.
Entale ya Bunyoro.
Entale ya Bunyoro.
So the batolo are so
a little bit laid back, you get?
Laid back, yeah. Entale ya Bunyoro. So Banyoro bebabera nga ebintu bigenda simple kyali.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, in case you don't know, in the building we have one of, he's a great rapper when it comes to Ugandan hip-hop. Actually, when it comes to the rap game, actually he made himself a name, yeah? His name is Ruyonga. So maybe my producer up in there, just remind people it is a Thursday. Yeah, just remind people it's a Thursday. You get what I'm trying to say? So, yesterday, actually, last year he dropped an album titled... is Kabalega, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was a beautiful, amazing album. That was you launch. You get what I'm trying to say? So basically, if you haven't heard about that, the entire album, so I think you need to go and check out that amazing album. Okay. So basically, he's in here. Bobango inaka bobo inechibuzo chakira kwangu boza Ruyonga as well. Code joino cause star 217 star 407 hash. Look out for opinions. Star 2 yogere Uganda Rwema Saka. Yes. Star 217
kamunyenye 2 musanvu
star 407 hash.
Kamunyenye nya noti musanvu.
Yeah.
Kadala.
Yes, basically gonna call it a BTM menu. At the end of the day, you'll be able to look out for opinions and you send in all your questions. My brother Ruyonga is in here just to respond back everything. But for starters, Happy New Year. 2025. Pleasure to have you in here.
It's a pleasure to be here. It's a beautiful time, and big ups to BTM. It's my first proper interview of the year. So.
Yeah.
So basically, let's start from the album actually, because the last time we had you here, you were officially launching up your album.
Yeah.
Yes, the last time we had you here on the show.
Yes.
So basically, I'd love to know how has been the reception of the album?
I really appreciate how people have supported, how they appreciate the music, because for me, the aim has always been to represent the people around me as best as possible. I've tried to make my music, especially about more than just me, how I feel, but talk about the emotions of the day, the emotions of the people, the environment of the day, and even from back before. So you just do your best and put it out there, and people really received it, people really liked it. They like so many different songs from the album, whether it's the gym song where we redid Gym for Africa Bag, or Tara, Kamuli, it's just it was really nice and fulfilling to see the response, and I'm thankful to everybody.
The reason that's why I ask you that question actually, we have seen so many scenarios whereby people saying that albums don't work out, people don't listen to these albums. You understand? You get so it's the reason why I was asking how was the reception. Did people really stream the music?
Yeah, I mean, we did #1 on Apple, on iTunes. We were there on Spotify briefly. Like we've done okay. Like the hip hop out was the #1. So guys streamed definitely the album. They streamed it. So I'm grateful to everybody. I don't know whether guys are listening to albums or not anymore, but they listen to mine.
All right.
Yeah.
So based on your observation, because since today is the Thursday, basically we're trying to reflect way back in time, you understand? Yeah. So when you look at the sound way back in time, as far as Ugandan music is concerned, do you think that we have really evolved, or somehow in terms of sound we're still lacking?
I think it's interesting how, like, when I came back in like 2010, it was very experimental. Music was very, very experimental in Uganda, but we were still looking for our own sound. Right now, what I feel guys have done is they have locked themselves into, like, at least the more mainstream, the more popular stuff. It feels like the same song a bit. So we're always grateful for people who push that envelope, like A-Pass. Big ups to A-Pass. He has a concert coming up next Friday, 31st January, Serena. And people who allow themselves to not just do, like, if I hear this song, it's going to be the same beat on this song. It's going to be the same beat on this song.
Just
or
the
it's going
titles
to be the same.
change.
The titles change.
Yes.
Like maybe the arrangement of the words, but it's almost always saying the same thing. So I'm not against that music, man. You know, life is the variety is the spice of life. Yeah. And by that same token, people should also expand. I can't be like, that artist is coming out, it's going to be the same song.
Kati Ruyonga, abantu abamu just babadde bakakolesanga katiba, which one people have loved the other kind of sound. That means I have to use the same sound,
yeah,
so that I can just keep up myself.
Yeah, and I understand that. I understand, but like, if that's what you want to be, that's fine. But as an artist, I think you sell yourself short when you turn yourself only into a commodity. You know? What about being a representative?
Okay.
What about being a entity of like a recorded entity? Because you know, when someone wants to talk about, or they want to like tell a story, like when your parents want to tell a story about how they were growing up, they'll tell you about the type of music that was there. You know, even when you watch those movies, the background, that soundtrack, it's talking about the time, it's talking about what was happening.
Yes.
You know, now for you, when they turn on your music, as long as you were alive, everything was the same. It just feels like...
Yes.
No, just the responsibility of when people go back and they listen to your music, will they know what the people were going through? Will they know how the people lived? Like, you know, like, will they know what was going on? That's the question. In your time. Or will they hear the song and they'll just wonder now, where's the context? Because, okay, now your song is saying, like, at that time in the club, this was the sound. But then what are you saying? You get? Like, some of these songs now, I don't even want to, like, because, you know, as a level of respect between... Yeah, but you get, like, if I pick those 5 songs and they're saying the same thing,
on the same beat.
On the same beat. Now, if I didn't have someone like, you know, A-Pass who was like, bali motoka fe tuli kubigere. Oh, he's talking about abantu and talking about how people were at the time. Now, if I don't have that person, then I'm stuck. That part of life could...
You would miss it.
Would miss it. Like, so the responsibility of knowing that you're more than just... Yeah, sawa ya kwetega. Then when you move to the next song...
Tasoka mupate yani, netuva mupate yani, netugenda musawa ya kwetega.
Ya kwetega netugenda mu kitara.
Yes.
Netugenda mu gym, you know?
Yeah.
Netugenda mu akamuli.
There's the other one.
Tugenda mu Sara, tugenda mu Katrina No Job. Like if you go and listen to Katrina No Job, like it's a party song, but it's, you know, and shout out to, you know, it's a party song, but it's also talking about like the situation at the time. Okay. You get?
So what would be the best advice, especially to, is it the problem of the artists or the producers?
Man, I think we should make it a collective problem. For me, I approach everything as a responsibility. Like, you get? Because I've done Kabalega, I've set a landmark in Ugandan music where you can go to a place and listen to. Just because I'm a rapper doesn't mean I'm not going to do something that reflects the culture. You get?
Definitely. So what we've been talking about here, artists, they should represent their cultures.
Yeah.
They should be more impactful in societies. Yes.
They should. But what is the question?
My question was actually, now, ever since, because I get to know Ruyonga back in 2000, early 2000, winning awards from America, coming to Uganda, doing a transition of himself with his work, with his craft, come to Uganda, doing the same thing. You come to Uganda, by the time you come in Uganda around 2010, is it? Around 2010, Uganda had gotten, I think, one musician who was doing English in your kind of hip-hop and in your lane that umanyi oluzungu lwa Ruyonga si lw'abaana abaasomera manje waffe mu Kabaawo primary kitudde waka bino okubanga mmwe mwasomera wano kalina abiri Kyambogo n'abantu erinaanyi awo mba okufuna. That means my question is, how have you found the reception from the time you came in? Because by the time you came in, you have more gospel inland.
Yeah,
you understand my point?
Good.
Then now you are trying to fuse in with the norms,
Yeah.
to entertain people as an entertainer.
Yeah.
So how have you found the, because don't you say real English or omuntu amanyi olusungu kwategeera. So how have you found the transition? Is the reception getting more better when you sing your English in your style?
Yeah, but I mean, even me, like, for me, one of the challenges, like, enimi zonna nziwulira.
All right.
It can be an issue, but that's not an excuse.
Yeah, it is.
I still have to know, I still have to be better at all my languages.
Enimi zonna ze Uganda oba ezensi? Ezensi. Je m'appelle.
Je m'appelle. Je m'appelle. Now you've started from this side. You're supposed to say Kumato Tapel. Then I say Je m'appelle. I was like, what do I say now? You're telling me Je m'appelle. You're saying my name. I was like, Kati, your name, Kati Kolechi. No, but as in, I'm a linguist. I'm a fan of languages. But of course, it was very, the better I got at English, the more I stayed in that lane. So for a while, when I started out as an artist, I was very self. I wanted to be the best artist as me in the lane that I was in. But then it got to a point where I was like, okay, now, so this gift God has given me, is it for me? Or does it represent more than just me? So if it does, what am I doing? Because at the time, like even now, you can't put any artist in the world, if they're doing English, on the same stage as me and they don't shake. I mean, I don't care who you think is bad or what. You can't. You cannot. It doesn't matter who they are, by the way, because all the people who you think what do what, it doesn't, right? But they are telling the stories of their environments, their neighborhoods, their communities, from their, that's their unique perspective. So for me, no matter how good I was, it was still like not. Because now I wasn't giving the unique experience that God had given me, coming from Uganda, coming from Kampala, party, where they party 7 days a week, all these guys are stuck in one car, mob guys, like, you get it? Like, that, at the time I was like, so I had to adjust. I used to call myself I had one of those rap names, I became Ruyonga, because that's the name God gave me. And it actually works as a musical name. Edwin is my, that's not the rap name I was using. I can't. But basically, it got to a point where it was like, okay, this gift God has given me has to be able to stand out in the timeline of humanity on its own. Everything, God has given every single one of us something that can stand out in humanity on its own. All right. So when you choose to now, and I understand, because we live in a country, sadly, for many reasons, where people's number one instinct is survival.
Exactly. Most of Uganda.
You get it? And that's sad, because we live in, like, arguably the richest country in the world. Some people, they struggle and they make money because if they don't make money that day, they can't eat. You walk down the street, you can pick stuff off the what?
The tree.
Off the tree. You like the food here is the best food that guys there would pay top currency for you. You just go around the corner
and you find an avocado. Yeah, you eat and
so because of that, it's hard to just be like, you guys are not going, you're not representing this rich country when guys are in survival. When for them in their mind they don't see the richness of Uganda, right? But at the end of the day, it is still a responsibility for you to see the fact that God has enriched you where other people are impoverished. Guys like going to Dubai, they should eat that food. Like, you drink that juice, like and when you're from here and you understand. You can go to America.
Avocado. You go to America, you find an avocado.
See how much they price a banana.
A banana.
The ones you just pass here, I mean, wherever you pass, you can. And you
I think I never It is not as organic as ours. It is not as sweet as ours. You can never eat a banana from America.
So many beautiful things. So I was like, but now why am I telling that story instead of this one?
True.
Yeah.
So you have a choice to show us different picture. A picture from the US, picture it to us, and a picture from Uganda.
From here, I take it that side. You get it? So now anywhere, because I believe that I'm going to, like, it's just the beginning. We've internalized, now we're going to globalize. Like, when I go out there, hey, I take the culture with me.
Okay.
True.
So Ruyonga, let's do like this actually. Let's let each of us shoot one question, then we call it a wrap, right?
Yeah.
So my question will be, based on the experience, what is the most ugliest thing that you have witnessed in the music industry as far as you as Ruyonga is concerned?
The ugliest thing I've witnessed in the music industry is the savagery with which people deal with each other when they want to progress. Like,
Savage.
What?
it's a savagery, like being a savage. Like the way people can, you see how we are now. Eh? But now, like when I decide that I want
To simplify savage, can I say awkward?
it's
Savage is kind of
awkwardness. Okay, like level of a violation. The way people violate each other.
Okay.
You know, we'll all come here together and we are okay. But when a situation presents itself where we feel we have to survive, when we feel we have
forget
to,
your friends.
we forget each other, and then the way people do, they click up. Like the entertainment music, the industry is not a family. It is until situations are presented where someone has finances and they decide to pit you against each other. It's very easy. Very, very easy. There's no real solidarity. That's the thing. That, for me, that's the most,
You think
the toughest thing.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
It is mine and mine alone. When we are suffering, let's suffer together.
The two biggest examples I know are Kenya and Nigeria. A lot of those artists fight with each other a lot. A lot. They even dislike it. A lot. But you can't tell them. You can't tell a Nigerian. Even a Nigerian artist he hates is not good. Or that Nigerian artist, and your artist is better than theirs. Even if he may be. You can't. You see that thing? It's like in house.
Solidarity.
The solidarity, like that one we lack it a lot. We lack it so much that we make Nigerians rich in Uganda. We make them rich, we make them famous. Yeah, in Uganda. Our own, they are okay. You get, like, it's that thing of it, and it's a sad thing because we have the most talented industry I've ever encountered. But it is also the saddest industry because people are easily pitted against each other. Where someone can actually now, if someone has the resources, they can even abuse you.
Yeah.
They can abuse you. They can make you look like you're not valuable. Because every time they've dealt with you, whenever they give you something, you act like a beggar. So you don't have any reputation for them or any worth for them to treat you like someone. There are things that people in this country can't say about other people that they say about musicians. The way they treat musicians. Because musicians have allowed themselves to be in a position where for them they cannot have solidarity. So they can't stand for each other. So no matter how powerful they actually are or should be, it's impossible because
yeah, it is well expressed.
Every
actually.
man for himself when it comes to the music of Uganda.
Yes.
And I think that is a very, very absurd thing to hear, and to hear something like this for somebody like Ruyonga, who has been at least overseas.
Yeah, he has monitored.
And he has monitored, and he has been here for over now 10 years now, and he's saying.
But I also want to say that every industry, every music industry has its problems. We have good things in our industry.
So that give
that's
us
very important.
The creativity in Uganda, in Ugandan industry, it is so top notch.
It's top notch. Like,
yes. You have started, I don't know whether you have started it. I don't know whether it was just a teaser. There's that viral video of you trying to do like a wrap-up of the month.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing those. Like, this is a very important year. This year we have to speak about what's going on. So for me, I'll definitely just be telling people what has happened that week.
So for what has happened in 2025, just real quick.
In 2025.
It is
big people taking us on Twitter, then jumping off, then jumping back on, then jumping off, then threatening whole governments, then jumping off. Then people have become ambassadors.
Yeah.
You get which
ministers.
Yeah, ministers. But you get people turned other people's burials into a whole, spectacle. Like what? People abusing each other over songs as they're about to do shows. People have been asked to make claims about their claims about, if they're bigger than this group or this group. Like, there's so many things that have happened this year. Like, so for me, I feel like can't wait till the end of the year to wrap all this up. Like,
So
every week.
Every week you're going to go.
Every week we're going to talk about what happened the week before.
So basically, if you want to know what our brother is trying to say, just go down and follow him on X.
Yeah.
Yes.
So basically, that's where he normally does his going.
Every week we're going to put out a nice creative clip where we're talking about what happened that week.
In a musical
way, and we'll talk about all the different issues, political. We can talk about Honorable Dr. Minister Balam. We can talk about how someone tried to disrespect Zare's family and they ate them alive. We'll talk about anything.
What is trending now on Twitter, apparently?
Right now, what's trending on Twitter? Man, guys are doing a lot of talk. Actually, a lot of the stuff that's trending is like either political or it's just nonsense. What's trending on Twitter right now is some guy called Kutesa talked about it.
Has Bebe Cool trended with his song?
Circumference. Guys are up and down about circumference. Because I've seen a lot of... I think I respect Bebe Cool, his ability to make people talk.
about him. Even
About
if he's doing nonsense.
But his ability to make people talk.
Is it a
Talk
good
about
song?
him.
Is it his best? Is it his
Chichi
best?
Tenjo get this, you know.
The question becomes, the question I think goes beyond, is it his best song or not? And it becomes,
It
when was
goes
the
back
last
to
time you
us.
guys played
Zero.
the song?
Yesterday.
I wanted to ask you.
But we have not actually have
Just one question. This is a usual question. I usually ask most of the renowned musicians.
Yeah.
Given a chance that you, a Renaissance man, a musician you are, given a chance to be an advisor for the president, what would you be your main standing advice that you want to give? Because right now, we're in a realm where politics is fused in with entertainment.
Yeah.
Really tight like this.
Yeah.
So what would you be your advice, given a chance to be the advisor?
You're a senior presidential
I
advisor.
think the advice
On
would
creative.
be, you will never fear someone if you genuinely care for them. You get what I mean by that is, right now they have tried to marginalize artists because the one artist came up, created an explosion of chaos. So now they're trying to keep artists as controlled as possible.
He's talking about Bobby Wine.
Yeah, as in
Bobby Wine
before that, guys, the difference there is pre-Bobby and there's post, like and Bobby and after, like there is a, and you know, like that. I understand. You should be mindful that artists have power. You should be mindful, but you shouldn't try to. They have power for a reason. You can work. It can benefit everyone.
Both of us.
It can benefit
So
both of
your
us, but it
advice
just
would
comes
be
to
what exactly to them saying?
to not try to keep them like
That
Yobu
is,
things, but to try to empower them and also show them that
empowerment would
like
be
now
what?
really, like if you see the reason that person came and created so much chaos is because that person, you probably didn't really.
You undermined it.
Yeah, you didn't really. Yeah, so
you didn't expect anything.
Now,
from
what
that
if you
corner?
stop undermining those people? You realize that the whole industry has so many people like that. But then you work together. Because now, if that person helps bring me up, I'm not going to just stand around and disrespect them how I want. Or this situation where now this week, I am busting someone's car. The next week, I'm in jail. Next week, I'm pulled out by a government thingy. The next week, we fight with this guy. The next week, the government, whatever's that guy. This week, I'm talking about now me, I don't want to do anything with that government, and then I'm jumping in with the witch doctor. Like stupid stuff like that.
Ruyonga.
So, okay.
We are out of time, actually.
Yeah,
just year 2025 so far. You have
Yeah.
promised us a weekly wrap-ups.
Yeah, definitely.
So are we still going to be running on the Kabalega album as well?
We're going to definitely be running on Kabalega album, but more music is coming. Like, more music is coming. I think the Kabalega album has opened doors, and it would be a disservice to that album to not now do more with what the album has done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any assurance to all you guys that are watching us before we wrap up?
Definitely 2025 is going to be a very productive year. I think we're going to make a lot of strides together. And I just pray protection over everyone because sometimes campaign years can bring a lot of volatility. I just pray for God's protection over everyone. And, you know, Jesus is Lord. He's very good for him. He has been good to me. You know,
Praise
Christ your
God.
license in a third party.
Christ your license.
In a third party. We're about to hit 1 million on that video, and we never put out one ad on that thing. That's God.
Okay.
So, as in, if you trust in God, everything will go well.
So which video are you going to work on next?
I can't say, but there are many in the works. Sometimes it helps people, if you tell them now, they may not, and I need them to converge when
As
it
if
comes
you are
out. But they are going to enjoy. Big up to my management team. I appreciate the people who have come together to help me go to the next level. Like, it's definitely,
you
can't be doing these things by yourself. Like, sometimes you have to for a while, but if you're not progressing to a point where you see that you have representation, so that people are handling that side, so you can focus on the art, you do yourself a disservice.
Ruyonga, thank you so much for coming through.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ruyonga.
So,
boy from Kabalega,
yes,
representing the land of the oil.
Yes, time is not the best, but as well, let's run more Ruyonga songs. Then later on, we are going to be joined in by a producer. Again, as far as his brand is concerned, at the same time, sound. Ruyonga yogede ku sound nageza ko gamba bayimbi tukyusemu ku we need to expand. You get what I'm trying to say? Tobera mukatiba kamu tobera mu rhythm yemu. You are an artist. Be creative. I don't know. I thought it is a producer's problem, but as well it is a collective problem. Short musical break, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it locked into BTM Television Uganda. Bright Peace, Sanity, and DJ Scooper. Let's go get it.